Well, from Smithers to Bonnyville, Riley Peterson is getting ready for the home stretch of the AJHL season with the Bonnyville Pontiacs. And right now, he's our latest guest here on the Hockey North podcast. Welcome, Riley.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Well, Riley, it's been a bit of a busy year for you in terms of your first full year of junior hockey. You started with the Kelowna Rockets and then a brief stint in Olds. Now you're with the
Yeah,
Bonnyville Pontiacs.
yeah,
Just
sure.
talk about the year as a whole and how it's gone.
Well, being in Kelowna was nice. I played RHA for 3 years, so playing for Kelowna, having a bunch of my buddies come down, being there for their home opener, that was just a wonderful experience. And it was really nice to have all my buddies come watch the game. And then in Olds, then I went to Olds and played. Didn't play as much as I would hope, but and then they started to scratch me, and then it was tough getting back in the lineup and all that. And then I get a call, and I'm off to Bonnyville one near near the end of November, and then ever since I've came to Bonnyville, I've just been liking it more, even though it's really cold up here and all that. But Bonnyville's been really good to me lately, and it's just been like all the guys are really good, and it's just nice to get to know new people, new connections, and all that. So,
Yeah.
and now we're on the playoff stretch, trying to get a playoff spot here soon. So hopefully we can pull that off.
Yeah, you're in a tight race in one of the more competitive divisions in the AJHL. Just talk about what it's like to kind of be in a top heavy division where you have, three or four really good teams kind of, sandwiched in between you.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than the South Division. Like North Division, everyone's pretty close, I think, and we're now, I think, 8 points behind Fort Mac, and we have four more games against them. So that could be another 8 points if we pull off the win four times in a row against them. And then it'll be a tight race all the way to the end. So,
How important is it to kind of be at your best every night, knowing you have, quality teams like the White Courts and the Grand Prairies and, Lloydminster. And of course, you mentioned Fort McMurray. There really isn't an easy night off in the North. How does that kind of push your team to be better and to be sharp right from the opening bell?
while we need to like preparation is always good. Like we gotta be ready like the week before, like during practice. Like our practices need to be good. Like everyone just needs to be on the same page going into those games. Because if no one's on this, if not everyone's on the same page and not everyone's working their hardest, it's tough to pull out a win against the top teams in this division for sure.
Mhm. Now, you're originally from Smithers. You grew up there. You played single A, and then you moved down to the Okanagan in 22, 23 uh,
Yeah.
to kind of give yourself, I guess, more exposure and, of course, higher competition. Just talk about growing up in Smithers and how you first got into hockey.
Well, I started skating when I was pretty young. Like my uncle Jody Peterson, he played for Princeton, and then my dad's side of the family, all he like they all played hockey growing up. So I was kind of, and then when I was young, I started playing hockey. My dad was my coach all the way through until U15 second year. So, and then once I hit U18, I moved down to the Kelowna. But growing up in Smithers was quite an experience. Like my dad would make an outdoor rink for me. I remember when I was really young, like 5 or 6, I think, we lived in this little house in Telqua, and he made a little backyard that was like perfect for me. And I would just go try starting to skate and learn to skate on there, and then drive to the rink every like third day, go practice, and then it's just been like, and then ever since after that, I've just been loving the sport, and it's been really fun. A lot of new experiences for sure.
Yeah, your last year in Smithers, you played on the single A U15 Storm,
Yeah.
38 points, 16 games. What do you remember most about that year before heading to the Okanagan?
It was a fun year. We actually had a good team, and whenever I was a first year in whenever I was your first year, like going into like a new division, my the team wasn't the best, but everyone when I was second year, it was they were some pretty good teams, and like as I was saying, like Terrace, we'd always lose to Terrace my first year. Then the second year, the games would be close, and then we beat them in zones with we beat them in two games in zones, which was tough because in Smithers it was just us and Terrace in the tier 3 division, and then went to provincials, and that was really fun. We lost in I think lost in the semis, so we played for the third place, and then we lost in third place, and it was came fourth. But it's a really fun experience to like go down to the Okanagan and Soyuz, and then after that, I got invited to the BC Cup, which was also a pretty good experience, and that's where I saw. That's where I went to rink. Rink contacted me and went down to the Okanagan after that and played there since.
And that's kind of where your game kind of picked right up. You played U16, U17, U18 prep. You average between, 20 and 30 points uh,
Yeah.
a season in all three age groups. At what point in your development did you think you had a pretty good shot to play junior hockey?
Probably my U18 year. U18, like I was the last pick for U18, and then that really flipped the switch for me. And then I went into playoffs, had did really well in playoffs, and then Kelowna listed me um just before playoffs. So probably my U18 was probably my best year to like for development and stuff.
Yeah. Now you're what you many people would consider a power forward, 6'4", 225. Were you always kind of one of the bigger kids on your team every year, or did you experience, pretty big growth spurt during your development?
Um, I would say I was probably one of the bigger kids. Like I was like when I went to rank, I was like U16 was definitely another big year, but like U18 really pushed it. But like I was always a big kid, and I wasn't like the fastest at moving my feet. And then when I went to rink, like everything started to pick up. I started to get used to my size. My skating got better. My edges got better. Like everything just like got just a little bit better. And then that's when I knew I could play junior hockey after I got used to my size.
Yeah, so you obviously grew into your body and got used to the extra weight and the extra frame and everything.
Yeah.
How would you best describe yourself as a player?
I would power forward. I would say, yeah, power forward, like down low, like I can protect pucks, get pucks to the net, have like have that like quick like I don't know how to say it, but like I think pretty quick on the ice. Like I'll recognize spots where I could be for like an open puck or something, like for a pass maybe, and like just getting pucks to the net, like protecting pucks down low, looking, seeing if there's anyone open in the slot, like, and then in the D zone, like I was a center rink and now I'm a winger, and like the D zone, like you just gotta stay on your man, defensively, like the D, like if they jump down, you just gotta be ready to jump, and you gotta just be like now it's like every time you gotta be like finger on the pulse almost, and just like
Mhm.
keep going.
You try and maybe pattern your game after a guy like a Tage Thompson, who's a pretty big winger that can score. That's a similar size as you that knows how to put the puck in the net. You try and emulate your game after a guy like that, or is there somebody else in the NHL that's of a similar body build that you like to watch on a nightly basis?
Uh, Tage Thompson's a pretty good one, but like I'm a Vancouver fan, so like I would say like I know Garland isn't that big, but like he's like good at like protecting pucks and like everything like he does. Like he's just like an all around good forward, and he's gritty. He's like a small power forward, and like I watch Vancouver a lot, and like watching those guys like JT Miller too. Like is Miller on that team? Yeah, like Miller, like watching him growing up and like all that. Like that is like I like to like base my play off them sometimes. Now Tage Thompson that you say like for sure.
Yeah. What are your, aspirations with hockey? Obviously, you're listed by the Rockets late in the year last year. You got to go to camp playing a game. You're in junior A right now, but where do you kind of see yourself going with the game?
Well, I hope next year for sure. I hope to play in the dub next year. Like that'll be a nice to play in the dub, get some better experiences. And then I would love to go to college. Like playing college hockey would be amazing. Like just the experiences and like being down in the US, like every go to school too. So
Yeah, and of course there's that option available to you now where
yeah.
the eligibility rules, changed, about 16, 18 months ago. And I asked this with a lot of the players I interview you too. Obviously, it's not quite the madness it was when the rules first changed, but what are the conversations like now amongst the players or people that you're close to in regards to the rule change, knowing that there's the risk basically is gone and you don't really have to choose one path over the other anymore.
No, yeah, it's definitely a little bit different now. Like last year when the rule changed, um, there was a lot of talk in our dressing room, like U18, like, okay, well now I can go to the dub and I can still go to college, and everything was just like everything was like way better for like almost everyone because like yeah, as you saw, Gavin McKenna went to Penn State and a lot of the dub guys now, but like it's just harder for like let's say the AJ to get like committed to junior teams because like they're now like a little bit lower compared to like the dub and the BCHL and the USHL and all that.
Mhm. What does your typical game day routine look like?
Wake up in Bonnyville. We don't have a pregame skate, so wake up, come here for a meeting at 10, go home, eat a light lunch, and then I normally nap after my lunch. Pregame at 3, get ready at 4, like get dressed at 4, and then come to the rink for 4:15, 4:30, and then do all my pregame ritual stuff, warm up, tape my stick, and then on the ice at 6:30, and then game at 7. So
Yeah. What what's your go-to pregame meal?
pasta and chicken, just the
Yeah.
normal, just pasta and chicken.
Yeah. You talk about going through routines and rituals and that sort of thing. What kind of superstitions do you like to, partake in or at least kind of get you wound up for the game?
Most guys normally tape their sticks like before their warm up and stuff. Like I like to tape my stick like right before I go on the ice. So like I'll like before I get dressed and stuff, I'll tape my stick, and then I normally just for me it's not really like I just like to be high energy, so I'll be jumping all over the place. Like um and I normally most people get dressed quite early, like they like to be ready early. Like I'm getting dressed at like 6:15 if we're on the ice at 6:30. Like I'm barely getting ready for like because I don't like to be in my gear that long, so get ready. And then after warm up actually I untie my skates.
Yeah.
So that just feels like loosens it off and then tying them up all the way back and then keep going. So
Yeah. Do you are you like a right skate or left skate first type of a player?
left skate always. Left skate and then left sock tape.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't change that up.
Okay. All right. Fun question for you. You're stranded on a desert island with three of your current teammates. Who are you wanting to take with you and why?
Probably Lucas Knorr. He's just a fun guy. He's uh he's always he's picking up the mood. And I'm gonna need someone with some survival. Probably Brent Hozowski. He's got some good survival instincts in him. He can fix a lot of things. And then just another guy that's another fun guy to have around and can work pretty good is Christophe Lucier. He's probably another guy that I'll pick. He's like fun, but like he knows how to fix stuff as well. Maybe he can build a shelter for us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time joining me on the podcast, and good luck the rest of the season. And maybe we could do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome, Riley.